Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever been to a museum and seen a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton? Or maybe you found a cool, swirly rock on the beach that looks just like a seashell. What you're looking at are fossils, and they are like time capsules from the deep past. So, what exactly are fossils? Let's dig in. Simply put, a fossil is the preserved remains or traces of a once living thing from a past geological age. This doesn't just mean bones. It can be anything from a leaf, a shell, a footprint, or even, believe it or not, poop. Yes, fossilized poop, known as coprolites, can tell scientists a lot about an ancient animal's diet. So, how does something become a fossil? It's actually a super rare event. When an animal or plant dies, it usually just decomposes and disappears. But sometimes, under very specific conditions, it can be preserved. Imagine a fish dies and sinks to the bottom of a lake. If it gets quickly buried by layers of sediment, like sand or mud, it's protected from scavengers and the elements. Over millions of years, more and more layers of sediment pile on top. The pressure from these layers squeezes the water out. At the same time, minerals in the groundwater seep into the tiny spaces in the bones or shell. These minerals slowly replace the original organic material, turning it into stone. This process is called permineralization, and it's the most common way fossils are formed. The result is a perfect rock-hard copy of the original object. That T-Rex skeleton, it's not actually bone anymore. It's rock-shaped exactly like the original bones. But bones and shells aren't the only game in town. We also have what are called trace fossils. These aren't parts of the organism itself, but rather evidence of its behavior. Think of dinosaur footprints hardening in mud that later turned to rock. These tracks can tell us how big the dinosaur was, if it walked on 2 legs or 4, and even how fast it was moving. Other trace fossils include burrows, where ancient worms lived, or tooth marks on a bone. Then there's preservation in other materials. Have you heard of woolly mammoths found frozen in the Siberian permafrost? The ice acts like a giant freezer, preserving the animals so well that even skin, muscle, and hair are still intact. Another amazing way is through amber. Ancient trees produced a sticky resin, and sometimes unlucky insects or small lizards would get trapped in it. This resin would then harden over millions of years into amber, perfectly preserving the creature inside, just like in Jurassic Park. So, why are fossils so important? They are our best window into the history of life on Earth. By studying fossils, paleontologists, the scientists who study fossils, can piece together what our planet was like millions of years ago. They can understand how different life forms evolved, how they interacted with each other, and how they were affected by changes in the environment. Fossils tell the story of mass extinctions, the rise of new species, and the incredible journey of life itself. From the tiniest bacteria to the largest dinosaurs, fossils provide a tangible link to a world that is long gone. They are the puzzle pieces that help us build a picture of Earth's incredible past. So, next time you see a fossil, take a moment to appreciate it. You're not just looking at a rock, you're looking at a story that's millions of years in the making. Thanks for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the world of science. See you in the next one.